Hey, my name's Jodie Hogg. Thank you for taking a listen to my story. If you're a mum, some of it may just resonate with you, and I hope it really encourages you to try something new. Before kids, I was a hair and makeup artist, fiercely independent. I'd always worked for other people, and then I owned my own salon prior to travelling overseas, and then I spent 2 years over there. It was there that I met my husband, and before you knew it, we were back in Australia, settling here, building a house, and having babies. So being a mum is something I'd always wanted to do, but when it happened, it was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I wonder if you can relate to that. Don't get me wrong, I love my 3 kids, but it's the biggest adjustment and no one ever tells you that. Going from 2 incomes back to one to start with, that was really tough. I'd always worked, always been independent, so relying on my husband for income, that was a really tough one for me to get over. Then once that baby's here, life just revolves around the little critters, 100%. I mean, I knew that they would require a lot of attention. I love kids. I've always wanted them so much so. Like, I went back 3 times. But even when you're away from them, you still talk about them. And I know I'm not the only mum who feels this way on that one. I made the choice to be a stay-at-home mum. I didn't want to put the kids into daycare and miss out on their special moments and have someone else look after them. I deeply crave for something more. That fire inside of me was slowly going out. I wanted to feel excited about something again, be part of something bigger than just my little mum world. I wanted to earn an income again, but I had to work around the kids, sleep times and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to contribute to the family budget. Going back to my old job was not an option. It absolutely did not make any financial sense. After daycare fees, it would cut into most of my wage. And I didn't want to put the kids into daycare anyway, so that wasn't going to be an option. I just felt a bit lost in the haze of being a mum. It was then that my sister invited me to take a look at what she was up to with her new business. Busy with 2 small kids, taking on anything new was the furthest thing from my mind. However, I was intrigued as to why my sister was starting a new business in an industry that she had absolutely no experience in, but she was already busy juggling commitments of their family business and her 3 small kids. So as I listened, I learned that this business was about following a simple, proven system for success, creating an additional income from something I was already doing every single day. I was already buying personal care products and we were all using them, and you are too. Whether you buy these personal care products from the supermarket or the pharmacy, this is a non-negotiable expense that we all have for the rest of our life. So to be able to redirect my spend, shop online from my own online store and show other people how to do the same thing and potentially earn corporate level income, it just made too much sense for me not to take a listen and look into it. So my interest was definitely piqued. The fact as well that it was flexible and that I could work it around my kids and my family's commitments, that was so important to me. So I was asked a really confronting question that night. Where will we be in 5 years if you keep doing what you're currently doing? And the answer terrified me. It was something I'd never actually really thought about. We hadn't thought that far into the future. I hadn't worked full time since starting a family, and going back to 1 income sure did change our lifestyle. We definitely had to cut back on the luxuries. But more importantly, I knew that if I did not change something, my confidence and my spark for life would continue to diminish. I don't know if you can relate to that. So being asked this question really did change my life. I knew that if I wanted my situation to change, I had to do something different. So I saw this as an opportunity as a vehicle to offer my family choices. Starting a traditional business can be really expensive and really high risk. I know that, I've done it before, and it takes up a lot of time. Whereas in this industry, it's minimal startup costs, low overheads. I could earn anything from a few $100s a month to corporate level income on my terms. And that was the most important part. Flexible around my kids, and I could still, do it from home while they were asleep or, with them playing beside me. This industry, network marketing, was never my dream career, nor would I have thought I'd start my own business in the health and wellness industry. I did not even consider myself a product person. But I am open-minded and I am very practical. I wanted to give my family financial security and I just wanted something to be excited about again. So I joined my sister, I jumped in and I learned all the ropes. I've had so much fun along the way, learning so many cool things. That light has definitely been inside of me again, and I feel like the old me. I have something for myself now to work towards, something to work on. It has given me my drive and my passion back. I'm contributing to the family income again, which is really important. And I've just met so many really cool people that I now get to call great friends, who I get to hang out with and do business with, all without a sacrifice to the kids. The most rewarding part, of course, now is I'm able to share this opportunity with others, people like you. So if hearing any of my story today has resonated with you, and you just think, well, what if this could work for me? Please, I can't encourage you enough to reach out, make contact with me, ask questions. It might just be the best thing you ever did, because I know it was for me, and I was the biggest skeptic there was. Even if you're just a tinsy wincy, 1% interested, or if you don't understand it, please reach out, book a free discovery call. The link is in my Facebook page. I'd love to connect with you, have a chat, and see if this could work for you. Thanks for listening. Hope to hear from you.